constant, and I think anytime you get a chance to get extra practices with guys and celebrate postseason and get some re-engagement and retune and refine and see some new guys and get some more extra days out playing football, I mean, there's nothing better. That's what we do. That's what we love. Your passion's in it. It's been awesome.
With Sam looking like he's maybe played his last game here, just what's going to be your lasting memory of coaching him?
I mean, Sam was the first guy I saw when I recruited. First guy who came in with me 2 years ago. We've got a really strong personal relationship, professional relationship, and I think to be able to distinguish those are really important. I've done this for a long time with guys in a lot of different places, at a lot of different levels, and I think the respect and admiration I've got for me and him both coming in here at a time where we really needed to rebuild this thing and get it right, and he was key to that. I've got a lot of respect for the way he's got to go about his business and his family, and I've got nothing but positive things to say about him, and our relationship will stay personal in those regards, but professionally I've got all admiration for what he did and what he did for our program, what he did for the offense, getting it off the ground and turning us into what we have started to become day in and day out.
How helpful has Jeff Sims been throughout this process, just in the postseason of, you don't know which guys you're going to have for the bowl and things like that? How big is it been to have him?
Well, yeah, have a quarterback, is going to be very important. I mean, in today's age, it's crazy. You get to not know who you're going to have, and to have the quarterback be able to guy at least say he's going to play in the game. At least you're excited about that. It's another 15 practices for him to be out here and try to fine tune and get his last few elements of college football together and enjoy it with his guys, because this is a special place, man. It's a special place. Once it's gone, it's a gut punch, and we're gonna celebrate it resoundingly.
What strides has Cam Dyer taken over the last 5 or 6 weeks?
Cam's been good. Since Cam's got clear, I mean, he's finally been thrust into where, he's got an opportunity to go out there and move around and have some football, and he's been engaged in meetings and all that stuff, but I don't think there's any there's no substitute for the field experience, as any of us can know in any profession. To be out there and do it in the field together is just different. And so I've enjoyed getting a chance to watch him kind of grow through it and work through it and learn it and get healthy, and I'm excited.
How much more valuable are bowl game reps than the typical week-to-week reps that you might get in practice?
I think for the young guys, that's the biggest piece, because we get to see some guys who we've maybe had on scout team, and they get 15 practices with back in kind of the in the forefront of the offense a little bit, and so you get to kind of balance up whether you're in your growth phase and your practice for your month, or you're going to be in a game planning phase. And when you're in the growth phase with guys like that, for the young guys, that's huge, because you get more time on task with those guys. You get to see them a little bit more before. If you didn't have this, you're done, and you have to wait all the way to spring ball to get a chance to see those guys. So it is such a luxury and such a these guys really, hats off to when you do make. I know it's under-celebrated in a lot of places now. I've been doing this a lot of time. Unfortunately, when you get to bowl game, these extra practices are huge, and so it's a privilege and it's an honor, and I think guys work their tail off to be in this spot.
Is there anybody in the 3 deep, the scout team, the freshmen, that have really stood out to you over the last few weeks?
Well, it's been only 2 days from the bowl game. In the last few weeks, we haven't been too many guys that have been jumped up in there. But the last couple days, to get guys out there, guys like Corey, guys like Uriah, guys, our offensive linemen, those young guys at offensive line that've been on the scout team. I mean, a promising young group. Yeah, I mean, it's been a fun group to see finally back over on our side together in our field.
How will you handle running back reps for the bowl game?
Right now it's kind of similar how we've kind of been doing. There's been some committee roles. I mean, as far as like with Kanye and Man being able to jump in there, they've kind of already been in the role since we closed. Managing those guys and rolling them in, see what those guys can do. It's going to be by committee. I don't think there's going to be one steady workhorse. I mean, we jumped in a couple different personnel settings. Just a couple guys out there. Being able for all those guys to get some reps right now is important, because
how have those guys other than the league time?
Good. I mean, for right now, you're two practices in of the bowl season. I think being able to sit down and go through these guys through some kind of re-engaged and refocused offense. I think Kanye's done a good job. They've been excited about it. Being able to see Sip's been out there a little bit more healthy, running around a little bit. And then obviously Man's been around with it. I mean, they've done a good job. Those guys have done a good job all season of being able to bear the burden of being able to say, we've all got to go. Because we're still true freshmen.
What would it take for Jason Brown to get more game opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, JB's been running around. JB's done a good job on special teams too. I think JB's now going to be with whatever role may come into shape as we get through this 15-plus bowl prep. If the numbers come down to it, then JB's another guy who's going to have to step it up. And that guy's been with us also throughout this. He's done a bunch on scout team. He's been over the last couple of days with us running around and getting reactivated with the offense. So I think that's a
an opportunity for you to invent some new packages for a bowl game, or is it just kind of business as usual?
No, I think we're at the stage right now with, I mean, the way the season unfolded, there's no reinvention. We got to kind of reimagine and reconcrete some things, and that's exciting. That's awesome for me and coach to kind of get out and go, okay, move our eyes around a little bit. What did we do well? What do we need to refocus on? Because we just have the luxury of being healthy the entire season, and so there's a lot of still new pieces to us. I think it'd be remiss to say that we're going to go and start something completely fresh. Or try to get more on guys. I think it's less is more at this point, and try to get guys who are going to compete and play this week and this month more engaged in kind of the core elements of what we do. Because we're not there. We're 2 seasons into this, and we've got to reimagine the personnel. Just the second year. So that's part of it. Us pulling back and going, hey, what can we redo and what can we really focus on, and take our egos out of it.
Now that you,
what excites you about having Jake Fetty here next season and just his recruitment and bringing him?
I mean, everything. I mean, a year and a half now, right? The first guys in this class I went after hard in this class and built a really strong relationship with. Stayed on, plugged away, fended off a lot of people. Built a really strong relationship with his family and his coaches, and he fits us. He fits us as far as his personality, his family, his work ethic. Physically has some real tools. Is really athletic, throws a really nice ball. He's got the physical, critical traits that we think we can really build with. Another guy will come in as a first-year guy, and we'll have to be able to put our arms around and say, okay, here's kind of what we do. Here's what you lend to. But special kid, tough, and dynamic. I'm super fired up. I think he's going to be a really strong piece to our future.